Welcome, friends. Welcome all of you to Sita's yoga session. Kavitha Garu is with us, and Kavitha Garu is the founder of Kavitha Holistic Approach, and she has been giving her services for the past 30 years, friends. And she has given 2 sessions for us, a non-interference and yoga's love. We had a session last Friday. We learned about the true love, and today she's here with us to connect us to Sitama again with a new topic, yoga of mind over matter. Let's welcome Kavitha Garu. Over to you, Kavitha Garu.
Thank you so much, Swayam. Dear friends, masters, and co-creators, and before we start, we always thank Universe for giving us this great opportunity by meditating on the most supreme Lord, the Creator, with the Gayatri Mantra. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yono Prachodayat. Om Sri Matre Namaha. And with deep gratitude and heartfelt thanks to Brahmaji Pitama Patriji, Swarnamala Amma, and taking blessings and thanking my family, husband, kids, my parents, extended family, all divine masters, gurus, friends, and dear ones, and today's joy team, Swayam and Rishmi, right? And everyone, the team always, and also to PSSM and PMC channels and our study group doctors. I offer my sincere gratitude and heartfelt thanks to Dena Merriam for blessing me with the opportunity to speak on her new book, taking Lord Hanuma blessings and his divine light to give me strength. Whatever I share today flows from Sitama to Dena ji and to me, and I am merely their humble servant. So today, March 31st, 2026, as a part of Swajaya, truly blessed to speak on this topic, the yoga of mind over matter. And we have done so many sessions and so blessed. So, for those who do not know, Dena Merriam, she was born and brought up in USA and began her interfaith movement in 1990s as vice chairman of Millennium World Peace Summit, and she received the Nirvana Peace Prize for her interfaith peace efforts, and she has written several books, One Told Story of Sita, and many more. And we are fortunate to have her, the Yoga of Gratitude at our KHA Miraculous Minds, and we will be seeing her again on Mother's Day. So, the people who have read Untold Story of Sita, this is a continuation, but for those who haven't read, still many aspects of Sita's life will be revealed through this narrative. And this is a story which Dinaji says that it has been told to her by the narrator. And the narrator of the story is a great soul who abide in a high astral realm and filled with the consciousness of the Sita Mata, also known as Mata. So it is a story of woman named Devani, showing glimpses of the life towards the Treta Yuga. So I know you have been connected to the stories with the previous one. So today's it is a little bit lengthy, but we'll try our best. The yoga of mind over matter. You can cultivate higher perceptions, but it is important that your intention be pure. Intention is everything. Earlier in this narrative, she's referring that I refer to an ill-conceived step I took that came closing to the cause of great harm and led to me to change my behavior toward Puri. So, Puri and Manish, they are the two people who like controlling, abusive. So, they are not good people and they cause the village conflict. So, she's saying that I now will pause to explain, but first I must roll back the years and tell you about an influence and experience from my childhood. So here in this chapter, we'll find small stories of Devani. And she says people did not remember how and when he arrived in the village. So there is a person named Babu, and he's an older person. So that story also will come here. And he lived in the village for a very long time and has highly regarded for his even temperament and wise counsel. So he can solve many problems and everything. So anything in the village, so he can able to address. He can do the counsel. He was unmarried and he lived alone, and everyone used to flock him, and he always had a special treats for us. So any treat he just makes it, so he has so much power. So nobody knew how he obtained such unusual treats for us, including fruits that were out of season. Also, he can bring them and give them as a gift to the children. So everyone was saying that he has unusual ability to manifest objects. But that was not so. It is there in that time. And when I asked my mother, so Devani asked her mother about this person Babu, who is an older person, and that he is giving so many gifts. Yes, his mother, Devani's mother said, like, yes, some people can do this. And her response, then she was more curious. As word spread that he had special gifts, villages, everyone who used to come to see him. And he was most humble man and even more reclusive. So he wants to have his own space. Never did he admit to possessing any unusual ability. He never accepted that he has ability, unusual ability. Mm, But Devani knew. So sometimes this Babu, as his appearance changed from time to time. Sometimes he was bent over, his back hunched like a bulging mountain. He looked like an old man walking with a stick, and at other times he is rejuvenated. He is full of energy and very young. So she's watching everything with from a window how he is meditating, Devani. So he was a master of medicinal arts, and many healing took place under his care. This was his great contribution to the village. So anything comes, he used to help the village people and with his secret powers. One day, when I was around 12 years old, that time Devani was 12 years old, and this incident has happened. I was climbing a tree with a childhood friend, a boy a year or so younger than me. And what happened? Devani was telling that don't go high, you might fall. So she was cautioning him. And the same thing happens. He fell down. I was sure he was trying to, and this boy was trying to impress her, saying, Devani, that I can grow, I can go even topper. But she was cautioning, and as it happened, her words, just as those words emerged from her lips, he lost his grip and tumbled. Hey, you will fall down, don't go like that, we will say, right? And that happened. And then what happened? He broke his foot, badly hurt. Then she took Devani took that boy, her friend, to the Babu's cottage because he has powers, right? So and then thankfully he easily carried the boy back to his cottage and placed him on the floor mat and applied all the whatever that herbs and everything. Devani was so fearful. She knew that he broke his leg, but because of her words it came. That is what she's feeling, and very much guilty also. As I sat there mourning my friend's fate, I sensed a palpable change come over the room. The Babu healed his friend's leg. Then my eyes perceive light because in a circle, she's noticing how he's doing the healing, where the boy lay. I could not discern the details of their forms, but I saw outlines of bright light. I had never witnessed anything like that before. It's a beautiful sight. And means that all that beautiful light is coming from the hands of the Babu to the boy. All that she watched. And finally, the boy healed. You're fine, said Babu quietly. You fell from the tree and just startled. Devane had you carried here, he was saying. And he gave some fruit and assured him. But Devane is embarrassed, right? Because of her words. Then, when Babu brought him the food, my friend ate and then stood up, seeing that he was steady on his feet immediately. And he told them, you can leave. Then Devani she's curious. She wants to know, he broke his leg, didn't he, Babu? Yes, Babu nodded. And you healed him with sound and light, right? Then he said, yes. Can you teach me how to do? She asked. And and some people have come, like astral divine gods have come, all that one. Such, he says, such beings are all around us. Yet the human eye, for the most part, cannot perceive them. But there is another more sensitive inner eye that can. See, when we say, right, sometimes when it happens, oh my God, just God has come and did it for me. So everything is there, but we need to pursue that. The fact that you could not see them is an indication that your ability to perceive the subtle world is awakening you. Slowly, it is awakening in her. That world exists right now, right here, but is beyond what the limited human senses can perceive. You can cultivate higher perceptions, but it is important that your intention be pure. Only you can, once our intention is pure, you can cultivate all those higher perceptions. Intention is everything. He says, Devani, do not forget. So he's cautioning her. The light world is more vast and far more beautiful than the material universe. So these are the things he was telling her. He cast me a serious look after he finished speaking and then offered me some fruit. Before I left him that day, he offered another bit of counsel. Thoughts and words have power. Whatever we speak and whatever we think. It says, be careful of what you say and think. Be attentive to that mind of yours, especially as you grow into your gifts. So she's thinking about all that. Babu had special affection for my mother, Devani's mother. And she was very fond of him preparing. So Devani's mother used to prepare him food and give him. And Devan used to take that food and give to Babu. That way she can learn his supernatural powers and everything. So that way she can see it. Sometimes the food, then he in need gives Devani's mother something which her mother needs. He knows that. In exchange for the food, he would often produce something that she needed or desired at that time. Sometimes a food item that was difficult to obtain, he would definitely give back something to her. Or something for the household that she had been wanting. I came to know that he could also read minds. That's the same thing, right? We can read someone's mind. how can you say that exactly it is there in my mind, we say. And masters, friends, anytime you have anything, please pause and speak. And this is little bit more, but or otherwise at the end is also fine. And so that was the thing. One day I came to know he was aware that, so now Devani is watching everything. How she's still curious. How did he heal his friend? So when he was meditating, she was watching, and finally Babu noticed that, and he said she was peeping from the window. Okay, he noticed it and he called her. Devani, you have seen what you have come to see. Now enter and share this fruit, he says. Then she still says that, see, what are those words you recited for my friend? His name is Nandan. You heal his leg. She was asking. Then he was smiling and said, the creative power of the mind, not the limited egoic mind, but the universe intelligence of which we all are part of it, can create anything out of the ethers. Simply it is arranging of matters. We can create anything with our intuitions, with that manifestations. When you attune yourself with that universal intelligence, you tap the creative power that is innate in all of us. Everyone have that innate creativity. But once we connect, then it will show up. You mean, she says, you mean everyone can learn to do what you do? She was asking. It is not wise to pursue such matters as they can quickly become diversion. So, the great mother has taken compassion on me, he says, given me these abilities so that I can provide for myself and for others to help the people. And she says, once I asked him that since he could manifest what he needed, why did he? So now she is more curious. So when you can manifest what you want, why do you accept food from my mother? And he replied, hi, your mother is dear to me. I have known her in numerous lifetimes. And whatever she prepares, it is filled with love. When I eat her food, I receive her love. I return that love by sending her small gifts of her enjoyment. The greatest power in the universe, child, is, he's saying to her, love, to manifest love. That is the yoga which we have covered, right? That is the yoga you should seek, nothing else. For love can transform any obstacle that arises. That's what he told her. And everyone in the village came to know about Babu and all the things, but no one is questioning because he's giving gifts, and how he is getting all that became a mystery, but they know he has super powers. And Bob, she knew that he recites several mantras. So Devani is so curious, and she's also started to recite or memorize all the mantras which she's seeing from the window, how he is doing that sound, and how it is affecting. Slowly she started doing, and she can feel it. She can able to see the results. The desire to gain what Babu had drove me to the forest for solitary and mental concentration. She's doing all that, focusing on mind, and to such a degree that I visualized an object with great concentration and recited a certain combination of sacred words. Sometimes it would manifest materially. So she could able to do it. But one thing she ignored, Babu's words about intention. So this intention is very important that she ignored. And so slowly she is not going that much to Babu's place because she got some powers and she is doing. She became overconfident. See, sometimes once we get a name, fame, money, then that arrogance sometimes it comes because name and fame, everything goes. Arrogance and ego, our pride and ego goes along with it. That Maya. So we become more confident and like so. And this Devani is the second child in the family. They had four brothers. So her brother, I was second child in my family and had four brothers. The oldest was only a year ahead of me and he loved to tease me. He was strong and well built, and he seemed to take pleasure in needling his small, thin sister. She's thin and like that. Then she wanted to teach him a lesson. She was very much taking it personal. So one day he exceeded all the limits, and to test my abilities, I thought to teach him a lesson. Then what she did, I have figured out my own that I changed the pronunciation of the healing mantra. It would have the reverse effect and cause harm. So I concentrated on my brother because her intention is not to harm him. Her intention is to teach him a lesson. Visualizing his stomach area, recited the sacred words, changing the pronunciation. Did not want to necessarily hurt him. And she again and again she uttered the sacred words until I myself entered a very still state that I had experienced before. And when I uttered those sacred words, after 2 hours, what happened? His brother got sick. He had fallen very ill, vomiting everything he ate or drank. And when she came home, saw his mother was so anxious and upset. And now she could see that, oh my God, I have done that one. Then she tried to do any other mantras, but it did not work. And her mother did not know what happened. So this Devani said, like, I never do this again. Please save my brother. And my brother asked me to quickly go to Babu and see. So she took his brother to the Babu and he gave some medicine. And Babu knows that, right? So he scolded Devani to experiment with such mental powers before you have purified your heart is dangerous. I have not given you under my care for that. It is not that I have taught you or given care. And she really felt bad and she begged him to heal her brother. And he gave some herb, told Devani, give this herb to your brother. But Devani knows that that herb does not do this healing, but still she went and she gave and he got healed. And then what happened? I recognized that herbs that Babu had given me and knew they were not the cause of his healing, but she did not question. And then that night, what happened? Devani developed the terrible stomach sickness because that the karma comes back, right? Vomiting everything I ate. Distraught, my mother applied the same medicine, same vomiting, whichever her brother got. Same medicine she applied to Devani, but it did not heal. She has to undergo couple of days. And she says that I endured the illness until it ran its course and believed I was paying off the karma from what I had done. I learned a great lesson and never again would I let my brother's hurtful remarks create a reaction in me? Because she reacted to her brother's words, and she pleaded Babu to suppress her mental abilities because she has that power. She received that power, right? She wanted to, she's praying that please suppress my mental abilities. I am not able to use it properly. I do not want to have such power. So he says that one must not wish for powers or seek them. Yet one must not retreat from what is given. Asking for powers, everything, seeking them one end, and the other one is, if you when you have that one, you should not, one must not wish for powers or seek them, and yet one must not retreat from what is given to you. They are the gifts because they can help many. So we have to use it in a wise way, right way. They are a gift not to be denied. Your efforts now should be to purify your heart, emptying yourself of any trace of anger or other unwelcome emotions. So then she realized that you must learn, like all of us, to use the mind's power wisely. And he says that life will teach you. So, and finally, pray, he says that pray for self control. And then Babu had spoken to me of the one he called the Great Mother. And she asked, like, who is the Great Mother? The same one who comes to you in dream. Devani, she gets a Mata, right, in her dream. That is the same Mata, Sitama, but Mata also. So she was surprised. How does he know that I get dreams of Mata? Child, he says, child, the mind is one. When you live in that unified consciousness, all is revealed. One does not invade the privacy of another unless it is necessary. See, we cannot invade the privacy of others unless it is necessary only. It has been necessary for me to know your mind because of what you are now able to do. The ability that you have is innate in everyone because you are all part of that universal intelligence. We are all part of that universal intelligence. But most people do not realize this and thus cannot tap their innate power. And for good reason, as you have seen, as you have now seen, without a purity of intention, one can use that power for ill as well as for good. See, when we have powers, we can use it for good purpose as well as evil. Because with that powers, you can do evil things. So that night, to Devani, Devi came and she can see that one. I know the yoga of manifestation. You must learn to manifest love, she says. Hearing those words, she felt so good. And I surrounded every effort and desired for greater mental abilities to counter of my intuitive knowing. And he says, Babu says, do not suppress what is natural in you. See, most of us, we have our natural abilities, but we suppress for whatever the reason it could be, but also does not pursue more than is given. Whatever is given is right, sufficient. If at all you have to get more, you will get it. But whatever you have is enough. The abilities you have tasted, you will know again, he says. And after that conversation, Babu, he left the village. No one knows where he went. She says, but she missed him because she taught everything for her meditation and all the powers. And Devani used those meditation powers when her daughter died, Sachi, as you know, and she used those powers to. But what happened? She mantras again. Sachi was dying from the snake bite. At the time when I uttered the sacred words, I felt myself pulling her back, but I also felt her trying to free herself. That was a battle, but that time she has to let go. That mantras did not work. And the same thing with so now what happened? Mandar, her husband, right? So their family got really harmed and affected by the village, all the incidents which Manish and Puri, those family, the village head, who are causing all the conflict, abusive, controlling, injustice. So his mother's relative brothers all got affected. So there is anger going on because that is the same thing, whether it is in village or in the current situation, current world, whatever is happening to everyone in this current situation, we can map it. So there is so much. And usually the villages, what they do is they distribute whatever they exchange goods they used to do. That is how they do. And now that because of all this one, they got affected, and that they could not. This Anu Devani's family, brothers, husband's family, all those brothers, their crops, they were all taken, and so much injustice. She developed that anger, and she felt like she wanted, has a desire to teach a lesson to those cause harm again. But she remembered what has happened, right? And but what she did was, later I realized that tests were never far away, and one cannot assume one is immune to negative emotions until one truly is. See, if they keep on coming, how much you can tolerate until the heart is purified. I already had several dreams of Puri, Manish wives, and she tried. Devani tried to be nice with her, be friended with her, but she saw the past and the future. Whatever you give will come back, either now or in future. So finally, and that injustice and everything has come up. So what happened was, it reached beyond the peak, and Devani, she uttered those, because of that anger in the village, she uttered those words. I automatically began to utter those sacred words again and again with great conviction and willpower. Change in the pronunciation I once had, same thing, because now Manish and Puri are the people who are doing. And then what happened? My hand rose into the air on its own, sending out vibrations, emitting the anger that now consumed me. Then she visualized the Manish cottage, focusing my mind on it, envisioning Agni, the Deva of will and fire. I saw very clearly the cottage burst into flames. And it happened, startled by the vision and the very real possibility that I could cause harm. She has that one, right? Because I told myself that I was merely releasing anger and that I no longer had such power. But at that moment, I became actively aware of the difference between just, justice and retribution, repaying back. Then she immediately called Mata. Please save their family, Manish family. And she went there, and the cottage got into the flames. People, everyone, the villagers were thinking that as if someone did this one, like that they were felt. So, but what happened? No one were hurt. Their kids were not hurt. In that moment, my mind turned to Babu and his warnings, which I had heeded for so many years and had now ignored. She went there, only kitchen area was damaged. It's as if I suspect someone in the village set the fire. That's what people were thinking because her thoughts. And she's thinking, what had I done? And who prevent the worst from happening? I could have been responsible for the death of the children. So all that is happening. And I remember him telling me that when I ate, so my mother's food, he embedded her love, Babu. After being rebuffed by her, I became violently. So then what happened after the fire incident? Devani took some food, fruits to give to Puri. She wanted to, because she saw the past and future. She wanted to be friend with Puri, but she did not take because the damage. She knew all that. So she returned. And now Devani got all that, her stomach got upset. Again, it is coming back to her. So once it is quick, sometimes karma takes, she realized that the karmic return of between Puri and Devani. Sometimes karma takes many lifetimes to fulfill itself, but at other times it is quick return. And that is always a blessing. Quick return is blessing, easy, right? See, we take and we feel and we learn. It is far better to receive the results of one's action quickly so that one can understand the relationship between cause and effect and undo the damage that has been done. So that was the thing she learned, and she vowed never to cause harm to another. So this is the guilt she faced. I know we'll just wrap up in 10 minutes. It's a second great lesson for me in the power of mind, she says. And she says because she can vision the past with Puri and future. This episode was a gift because it unearthed a deep seated. And she says to herself that I had to empty myself, all reactive emotions. Understand the deeply the Babu's words. And the same thing, see, whatever is happening in the village between she and her husband, everything is all the same thing coming back. If we only understood that those who cause us the most trouble are often the best teachers. They are helping us to evolve, right? Spiritually. The more I tended to my inner garden, the more I noticed how those around me were being affected. The actions of Manish and his followers did not change, but I even grew worse. And they even grew worse. The things in the village, the people most adversely affected began to come. All the things, worse things are happening. But and a new communal feeling emerged, a sense that we had to look out for each other in a way we did not need to previously. I could not help but see the connection between what was happening on the inner and the outer plane. She's trying to understand. See, I conquered the vestiges of anger, abilities that I had as a girl, long suppressed. Her anger was suppressed. Now it is coming up. It is showing. So anything that is suppressed, it will come back. That desert, along with so many others, have gone, and all I wanted was complete surrender to the higher good, to be a willing vehicle through which the creative cosmic power would flow without claiming or desiring any credit. So, though the village thing is growing, but it is also growing the unity. She's trying to build the unity with the hope, but people did not lose the hope. So, what she says is diversity can also be a portal to a new opportunities. And she always remembered that Soma told, right, Vibhishanas. She always remembers that story, that how he, I found myself often mentally referencing Lanka when I tried to understand what was happening in my village. Same thing. Now I was spending as much as a time with the villagers, both supporters of Manish and those. See, those who oppose him also, you should not ignore them. You have to uh, be both opposers as well as who are against him, as well as who are nice to him. Also, both people she was supporting without any judgment. Neutral frame of mind, although I was not blind to the negative effects of Manish. And awakened compassion, she also realized that the followers of Manish were being deluded, led by false promises that covered up greed in a small group. And I was abiding in a place of unity despite the great divisions in my own outer environment. And this helped me personally. But I often wondered how I could help others feel this unity. So she's managing outer as well as inner. With that Vibhishana's thing, remembering it, the soft heart, and could not return on to his brother. See, though Ravana was doing all that. But once the battle began, a fire arose in him, a fire set by Ram himself, and he was no longer able to remain neutral. He had to take a stand, and he did, mentally abiding Ram. Everything that is happening done with pure intentions. Since he knew many of the weakness of his brother, I had been focusing on the heart, but was I now being called to employ the power of the mind to once again set a fire, not an outward one, as I had previously done, but an inner one that would combat the darkness, the ignorance that blocked out the light. It says. So a new beneficial formation was coming into being in the subtle field that would steer the village through its difficult times. Everything we have to connect to our current situations. When you attune yourself with that universal intelligence, you tap the creative power that is innate in all of us. We trigger it. Being said, this is all for today with this chapter. And everyone, masters, you want to share your experiences or anything, please?
Friends, please unmute yourself and speak, and please turn on your cameras if you can. And thank you so much, Kavitha Garu, for a beautiful session. One more time, thank you so much.
Thank you, Swayam. Small things, but all are, if you see, we cannot, we are all together, mind, body, soul, because with as a homeopathy practitioner, everything, mind, body, soul, everything. See, when they come for one symptom, being that practitioner kind of mode I'm speaking, one symptom or 10 symptoms, everything is interlinked, right?
Yes.
The
Yeah.
soul and this one, their emotions, psychosomatic and everything. So it all again comes revolves. So you cannot separate a topic, right?
Yes.
it has everything a part of it, and the love ultimate which we did it.
Yeah, it started with manifestation, mind over matter, everything, and again it connected to love. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
perfectly.
beautiful.
Yeah, very nice session, Kavita garu.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Siddhas misusing the Siddhas, right? Like we get powers.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should first learn how to use it, then only we have to get the powers. Yeah, that's why masters won't give that easily to powers to anybody, right? Once they make sure they are capable of handling it, then only they will give. That is a very nice story.
Yeah.
And
See,
also that karma you will face back again, whatever you give to others. That is also nice.
that's absolutely true. Mhm. See, here what we have learned is anyone can get their abilities, and what happens if we misuse?
Yeah, even third eye also it's very
Yes.
danger without activating lower three chakras. If we activate third eye, it's very danger. I heard from Anand Karnesh sir when he's taking sessions. So first we have to focus on lower chakras only.
Right. Yes.
Thank you, Manigaru.
Thank
Friends,
you.
anyone else wants to share anything?
And you would like to share?
Oh yeah, last time we did 5 minutes of meditation. It was so powerful because after the session, through session, we have connected to Sita Ma, we have connected to her love energies, and then I was just meditating. That 5 minutes, I was feeling Hanuma inside my body from head to toe. That I never had that kind of experience. Like I experienced him in front of me or giving some message. But this time, totally, I felt him inside my body. I'm like, I was not able to move. So much energy I was getting. I was just sitting like this, and it's completely his presence inside my body. So beautiful. And my mind, I was thinking, we we learned about Sitama and Shriram. Why I'm connected to Hanuma? It is so overwhelming. Today, my friend came told me that April 2nd is Hanuma Jayanti. That I don't know.
Yes.
So through the sessions and then wherever Sitama and Shriram is there, Hanuma will be there, right? So I felt like he came here and he blessed us. It was a beautiful experience, Kavita garu. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. So blessed. See, you saw that blissful state, right? That amazing. So very nice. So, and we'll do 5 minutes meditation. If anyone has anything, please do share. Otherwise, we'll do 5 minutes meditation and end.
Yeah, Vaishnavi wants to speak.
Hi everyone. Thank you so much for the session. I This is the first session with the book narrative that I joined. Really loved it when you were mentioning that Devyani's mother, she was used to take food to Babu, and you were saying that she would give so much love, and I experienced the love through her food. Just really felt I connected to that love at that minute for a split second. Now I have one question. I know. I am still a beginner and a seeker. Still beginner. I don't know about chakras. I don't know. I None of my chakras are activated. None of that. But as a beginner, I have a question. Like, we are in this family life. What suggestion or what advice you would give to someone, because it is very easy. Of course, we won't harm anybody with our actions. In the type of life we have these days, we are not trying to harm anybody in any way, but how to manage the thoughts, how not to do any type of karma with our thoughts, because in family life it is very easy for us to say, oh, they said that, they did this, I am justified in having anger, I am justified in having whatever happens to them, it doesn't matter for me. I don't have the same love and compassion I have for someone who helped me. So what advice would you give for people like me, where we have to be really careful with our thoughts? I know we have to be careful, but it is so hard in that moment. And I also think like, oh, I've forgiven. Oh, it is very easy, but saying is different.
Yes,
Having that intention inside our heart, like, have you really forgiven someone? Now, if you really forgiven someone, when certain situation arises, we always go back like hysteria. We go back and it's like, oh, that happened at that time, and I'm justified in still holding on to anger, right? So any advice, any suggestions?
so Master, um, recently the yoga forgiveness, that recording is there. We'll share it. If you are in Kranti group or Joy group, we'll share it. So it has that answers, and most of whatever you are saying, see, the best thing, you are following PSSM and PMC channels, right? So as the chakra and awakening, so many sessions many masters have done. Okay, that also can help you to in depth getting into that one. But these sessions whichever we have covered has answers to your questions. The yoga of love has it little bit with stories, the yoga of non-interference, the yoga of selfless action, the yoga of non-possessiveness, and the yoga of awakening heart. Those sessions which we covered has also the answer. And in a nutshell, what it will give you, once you hear, you get a point from it. So with meditation, when you do it, see, whatever, you cannot suppress it, but you are understanding, right? You have that ability, so you just put it in a positive way with the pure intentions, and you really get it what you want. Definitely you will get it. And in the session of yoga, right, Swam, what we said, to inculcate love, just say Ram, 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 pray, 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 and you will get it. So it is in nutshell what I would say. It is not a straightforward answer, right? So
Yeah.
everyone, there are different ways to
Mhm.
achieve to that place. You have different ways. And see, for example, everything, I for me, homeopathy and the meditation, the spiritual science, the same thing. Everywhere I can see connected, because both are at
Mhm.
spiritual level and dynamic level. So
Mhm.
same thing, like, see, one person, same digestive symptoms, one remedy will be given to that one. For the another person, same digestive symptoms, same remedy. So same thing here, activating chakras or awakening ourselves. The solutions will be many, and you have to pick
Mhm.
from that.
Mhm.
Okay, but in
Yeah.
your meditation, you, whatever you put it, you just put that one clarity. What is that you get? Immediately you get connected. And
Mhm.
with in our YouTube channel, which Kavitha Kukunoor, we have with our group of doctors on all of these forgiveness, with many spiritual gurus. We made it, how to deal the hurt with the people holding that negative emotions or sadness or
Mhm.
all those. There are several videos, and also with the joy team, they are doing amazing job. You can find. I hope I have made, because it's a wide. You have many possibilities. That's mean I to say the channels, and everywhere you can get the
Yeah,
information.
sure. Thank you. That helps a lot. I do see over the years I've transformed, but I do also realize that the ego never goes, never went away completely. The forgiveness never happened perfectly. I still feel like things are in there, even though I notice I've changed, I've improved, I've come a long way from where I started. But I feel like those are some things we imagine that they are gone, but then it shows us glimpses like it is still there. So
It
right,
will help, Vaishnavi.
practice, yeah, more
Yeah, you check
practice.
those videos, but you
Okay.
will definitely get answers.
Okay, thank you so much, I appreciate you.
Thank you, Kavitha garu. Thank you, Vaishnavi. Friends, anyone else has any questions? Please go ahead. Otherwise, we'll do
5 minute meditation.
meditation. Yeah.
Okay, masters. Thank you, masters, and thank you once again to Sita Ma, Sri Ram and Hanuma blessings, and just masters cross your feet, clasp your hands and close your eyes. Sit comfortably, no thoughts. Just observe your natural, easy, calm breath. Breath is our guru. Group meditation is very powerful, and we just received all the energies of Hanuman, Sita and Sri Ram blessings. So beautiful, and all the cosmic energy we are receiving, it removes all the blocks in our chakras. Cosmic energy is going each and every cell of our body, awakening her, making us blissful state. Forgive those all who have hurt us. Bless them, send them light and love. When we forgive others, we free ourselves, we get mental peace. Last 1 minute, masters. We are showing gratitude and thanking universe, plant kingdom, animal kingdom, mineral kingdom, all divine gods, astral gurus, and to the technology and everything in the universe, thanking them. And whenever you are ready, place your hands on your eyes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open your eyes with beautiful smile. And hug yourself. It's amazing. Thank you, Masters. If you are still doing, you can please continue. And once again, thank you so much, Joy Team and Swayam, for this beautiful opportunity.
Thank you so much, Kavitha Garu, for coming and giving us beautiful session. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, friends, for joining. See you all next time. Have a nice evening.
Until then, take care.